Hi, we're the dancers from Ballymet 2. My name's Angelina.
My name's Yuri.
And my name's Emily.
We're excited to share with you some of our favorite dances.
Wait, is that what we're doing here today? I thought since we were making a video that we were doing a TikTok. Okay, kids, let me show you my moves.
Emily! I told you we should have left him in the car.
Right, sorry. Wait, Yuri! We are not doing a video for TikTok. We are here to tell our friends about the elements of dance. You know, the things that make up a dance. Like ingredients used to make a cake.
Good idea. A dancer's instrument is their body, just like a painter's is a paintbrush or a trumpet player's is a trumpet.
Dancers also wear costumes when they perform to reflect the mood and style of different dances.
Except in cases of extreme injury, dancers work very hard to perform exciting choreography, no matter what occurs in the audience or on the stage. The audience is an important part of the show, creating a partnership with the dancers. The dancers love to know when the audience is enjoying themselves, so it's quite exciting to hear them clapping. Let us know when you enjoy our dancing and encourage us at the end of our dances by clapping, and when we take a bow. There are many different kinds of dance and ideas of dance all over the world. Today, we're going to share with you just a few of those dance ideas that are important to us here at Ballymet.
Although there are many different kinds of dance, there are some words that we can use to describe all dances. One of these words is shape. All dancers make shapes with their bodies. We have round shapes, straight shapes, angular shapes, twisted shapes,
and combinations of different shapes. All dances also use time, which refers to how fast or slow we go, how long it takes to do a movement, and the patterns we make with time, which are called rhythms, like this.
Stop! And energy, which refers to the qualities of how we move. For example, our movements might be calm and soft, or sharp and strong. A person who makes dances is called a choreographer. Say that with me. Choreographer. Choreographers use movement words to make movement sentences, which make dances, just like a story, and that is called choreography.
We used movement words to make movement sentences. Now, let's use some of these movement words to make a movement sentence all together. If you're watching from school, feel free to join us from your desks. If you're watching from home, get up and do it with us. Today, we are going to learn 4 movement words. The first movement word we're going to learn is a round shape. Yuri, do you have a round shape for us? Great. Our second movement word is a hop. Emily, do you have a hop for us? Great. So far, we have our round shape and hop. Great job. Let's learn our third movement word. This word is going to be roll. We will roll our head like this. Awesome. let's learn our fourth and final movement word. This word is straight. Yuri, do you have a straight shape for us? Awesome. Let's recap a little bit. We have our round shape, hop, roll, and straight. Awesome job. Let's try it all together now. I will count 5, 6, 7, 8, and we will go round and hop, roll, and straight. Great job. Now try it with us. I will count 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we will do the movement sentence. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Round and hop, roll, and straight. You guys are doing awesome. Earlier, we talked about how time influences our dancing. This means that we can do things in slow motion or fast motion. Let's try both of these today. We're going to start with slow motion. It's going to be very slow, so let us demonstrate the tempo first. I will count 5, 6, 7, 8, and we will go round and hop, roll, and straight. Are you ready to try it with us? 5, 6, 7, 8. Round, hop, roll, and straight. You are doing great. Now, let's try in fast motion. To do things in fast motion, you have to move very quickly and have lots of energy. We will demonstrate the tempo first. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Round and hop, roll, and straight. Ready to try it with us? 5, 6, 7, 8. Round and hop, roll, and straight.
You all did a great job.
Did you know that dance can tell stories with words or speaking aloud? This first dance is a solo, or a dance for one. The choreographer was inspired by the story called The Little Prince. In the book, the character of the Little Prince creates his own world of possibilities. He is a wanderer who is curious and willing to explore new things. He learns a lesson from a wise fox who teaches him to see with his heart instead of making judgments based on appearance. Let's take a look at some of the movements in this solo and talk about what they mean. The dance begins with the Little Prince creating his own world of possibilities. He creates everything his heart may desire. He starts with creating the land and the dirt, the rocks, and the grass. He then moves on to create the trees, the bushes, and flowers. He then creates the water and wind. He picks a fruit from the tree and plants its seeds. He watches it grow. The Little Prince looks upon this whole world that he has created. And he finishes the dance the way it began. Now that we've cracked the movement code of the solo, let's take a look at the whole dance with music. Follow along.
Our second dance we would like to share with you is classical ballet. Ballet is one of the oldest forms of theatrical dance and began over 300 years ago in Europe. Kings and queens held elaborate court dances. Rules and techniques were created for training dancers. These ballets told stories, such as fairy tales. We still perform these story ballets today, like Cinderella. The women have to be strong and fast to perform quick jumps, turn many times, and balance on their toes. The men have to jump very high and turn many times. You may have noticed the special costumes and shoes the dancers are wearing. The woman's costume is called a tutu, and the man also has an ornate jacket featuring many decorations. This next solo, or variation as we call it in ballet, is from the Nutcracker. How many of you have seen the Nutcracker? Cool! This dance is performed by the Sugar Plum Fairy for the Nutcracker Prince and Clara in the Land of Sweets. Let's take a look. This next solo or variation is also from the Nutcracker, and it features the Trey Peck dancers dancing for the Nutcracker Prince and Clara in the Land of Sweets. Let's take a look.
next dance that you'll see is a contemporary dance choreographed by Donald McHale. This dance style can have many different influences and many different styles within it. The dancers may wear point shoes, jazz shoes, cowboy boots, or they might even wear sneakers. They can even be barefoot. Dance can make a statement about things that happen in our world and our community. Modern dance began in America in the early 1900s and went through a huge period of growth from 1930 to 1955. Donald McHale was an African-American choreographer who believed in anti-racism and equitable treatment for all people. He choreographed this next dance about the harsh realities of chain gangs used to make inmates work outside while in prison. The dance is called Rainbow Etudes, named after the rainbow arc the pickaxe makes to break rocks and clear brush from roads. Sadly, the prisoners were also chained together. This dance uses songs that the prisoners would sing to keep up their spirits and maintain the rhythm of their work. Let's take a look at some of the solos movements and talk about what they mean. The dance begins with the prisoner doing a movement called the convict shuffle, where he is chained together by his ankles so he does not run away. The prisoner picks up his hammer and begins to do work outside. The prisoner listens to see if he hears the cuckoo bird's call. If he hears the bird, this means that it is raining outside, and there is no work for him to do today. The prisoner misses his mom and is longing to see her. He thinks that he sees her, so he reaches out to see if it's her, and quickly realizes it is not. Now that we've looked at some of the movements in Rainbow Etude, let's take a look at the whole dance with music.
Look over yonder, hot sun turning over. Look over yonder, hot sun turning over. And it won't go down, it won't go down. Did you ever hear that? Cuckoo, a bird calling. Did you ever hear that? Cuckoo, a bird calling. Sure sign of rain. I've been wondering if anybody wonder. I've been wondering if anybody wonder about poor me. About poor me. I've been hammering since last December. I've been hammering since last December. And I'm almost dead.
Swing that hammer, swing that hammer, swing it high, boys, up over your head. Swing it high, boys, swing it low, boys. Swing that hammer till you're dead. Mama, mama, do you hear me? Do you hear your poor son? Is you sorry that you bore me? Now you see what I done. Swing that hammer, swing that hammer, swing it high, boys, up over your head. Swing it high, boys, swing it low, boys. Swing that hammer till you're dead. If I ever leave this Amen. Home once more. Oh, my darling, don't forsake me. Please don't turn me from your door.
Look over yonder.
Look over yonder.
Hot sun turning over. Look over yonder.
Look over yonder.
Hot sun turning over.
Hot sun turning over.
And it won't go down. It won't go down.
It takes a lot of hard work and training to do all these movements you're seeing us perform. I bet we have some choreographers and dancers here in the audience today. Speaking of choreographers, Ballymet's artistic director, Edward Liang, was a kid just like you. He dreamed of becoming a performer and choreographer. He joined the New York City Ballet at the age of 16. Can you imagine having a full-time job at the age of 16? I know I can't. Edward achieved his goal of becoming a choreographer and dancer with a lot of hard work, perseverance, and talent.
We have one final dance for you. This dance is called Whispers in the Dark, choreographed by Edward Liang. Liang says this dance is about people who live in the dark. They find their way around and relate to each other through the use of sounds. The music is composed by Philip Glass and played by the group Wakchi. The band members in this group make their own instruments out of PVC pipe, wood, and metal, and they use traditional instruments such as violin and piano.
I bet after watching all that dancing, you have some questions for the dancers. To connect with us live, pause the video and click on the link so we can hear you and answer your questions. See you soon!